Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I was trying to go over what we have done today. And we began by saying that this is a spreadsheet. Actually, this is a workbook. And these are sheets in a workbook. So this is the first sheet, this is the second sheet. You can still include many other sheets depending on what data you want to enter into them. Okay. Then another thing we need to know is that we can create a table. This is a table. It's just like beautifying making your document look presentable. So to do this, we are going to create a table which has to do with making borders around it. Now take a look at what I've just done. Can you see? How does this look now compared to what these ones are? I've created a table by putting borders around it. So to do this, you select the entire place you want to work with. Like I said, before you give the computer any instruction, you have to tell the computer the area you want it to work on. Now, for instance, I've entered a lot of data on this sheet. I notice that everything I've done now is just centered on this area. Why? It's because we highlighted this area only. So every change I made to this part is only going to be reflecting here. It's not going to reflect here. It's not going to reflect here. It's not going to reflect around other places. Why? We did not select it. Now, we want to make this a table. The first thing you need to do is to select the whole table and move to this font side. You see border. Then you click this arrow inside it, beside it. And the first thing you do is click all borders. All borders. Let me do an example. You can see that over here, this area is empty. So I'm going to be making this place a table, creating a table around it. Now, the first thing you do, like I said move over to where you have border. After underline, you can see there's a square there with a cross line in between. Just click the arrow beside it. Now, do you want a bottom border, a top border, a left border, or you don't want any border at all? Now, for all borders, watch the change. I'm going to start by clicking all borders. Now, when I click all borders, can you see what happens to the area I selected? Sometimes some people prefer to draw this and then start putting in their data. Alternatively, you can do it this way. When you are done, you're finished entering, if it's 50 names, you're finished entering it, you now select this one and make it a table. This is the heading. We make the heading to have a thick line. So you go back to border and click thick outside border. Thick outside borders. And when you click that, can you see that it has become thick? Okay. You want the last section to equally be thick. You select it first. And when you get to you give the computer the instruction to make that section thick as well. And you select somewhere outside to see the change that has occurred. Please, do we have any questions so far? Are you all following? You're all muted. I can't see anybody. Another thing we can do to this box is to change the color. And probably change the total as well. Now over here, you're just trying to give this table to make it look presentable. That's why we edit it. We made this one bold. We put borders around it. Now, once somebody opens this sheet, the person's attention will quickly be drawn to this particular one because of how it is properly arranged and organized. Okay. So you can do this when you are finished entering your data, or you can do it before you've entered your data. Anytime is fine. Please feel free to ask questions. Did you all see where I made the changes to the table?
Yes.
Okay, and you can follow through, right? Because you have assignment. So any question you want to ask now, so that once you have the assignment, you know what to do. So far today, we have learned about the spreadsheet. We said this is a workbook with different sheets. And also these are cells where a row and a column meets. And each of these cells have their names, their name box. You can get this information. This is E6. It's highlighted here, E, and it's also highlighted here, 6. Another way is to see it here at the name box. The name box. Okay, so these are the cells all scattered around. And then we started entering records into each of the cells. You enter a record. Once you type, whatever you type into any box here, you have done data entry. You have just done data entry. So you can even get a job, maybe a pharmacy. You can help them to arrange their products, their items, put the pricing, put the number, quantity, date purchased, if it's currently out of stock, you put in all those records and show the boss, this is what we have. This is the records concerning all your drugs, all your tablets and medications that you have in your shelves. These are everything. So the person can actually scroll down and see all this information. Okay. And there's a way you can segment it. You can segment it in a way that, in this section, we have these are supplements. You select, you design it in a way that has a different color. So all these things are just basic. Once you know this, you can always improve on it. We have also talked about addition, summation. We did, where is that? Yes, over here. Over here, we did average, we did total, we did minimum, we did maximum. This can also happen for 10 other students, depending on the number of the class. Now, see something here. The sweet part about Excel is it has a lot of functions. Now, instead of you to number this one now from let's do it this way. Can you see what just happened? Can you people see what happened or what I'm doing? You see, I'm automatically adding numbers instead of me to type them in. So to do this, you type 1, and you can see that this crossbar has changed. Select the 2. Once you select the 2, this cursor arrow will change. It has changed to this. This is not what we want. It will now, you bring it to the corner here, and it changes to a plus sign, a black plus sign. Can you see that? Once it changes, then you drag it down. If you want it to give you 100, you keep going. Can you see that? It has numbered it now from 1 to 120. Any question? I was also saying that when you press, click on any cell, you want to know more about that cell, look up here, the name box, and look here. This shows that you clicked cell H15, and on cell H15, what you entered is name. For instance, if you want to edit this name, you either move here and edit, or you move here and say, okay, names. Can you see that? You can also include rows, the same way we included columns. We can include a row, we can include multiple of rows. You come to where you have the numbers and you right click any one where you want the row to enter. So assuming you want to include a row after 9, first you click on row 24. You right click on it and you click insert. If you notice there's a new row has popped up. We have a new row now, and you can enter any record into it and adjust it. You can also delete. You right click on the row and you click on delete, and everything goes back to normal. So this is the basic thing you need to know about Excel. You can also move your cursor around each of these to learn more and practice how to go around majority of this. But the basics is what I've just shown you. And if we need to go further, it will require more intense study. But so far, what we have done is enough for you to enter records, to enter data, and to even get a data entry job. You now know how to create a table. You now know how to format the table. What we mean by formatting the table is to make some of those entries bold, is to change the color, is to make it change the font type, change the size, and make it look more presentable. Now look at the way this table looks. It looks very nice. Now, if you want it to happen the same way here, you have to select this particular one and make it a table. Go to border. First of all, click all borders. Then, since it's already still highlighted, you click outside border. Then you click outside to see how the table looks. And then you can see that, oh, I can make the border to just go around this alone. So you go back and click thick border. So you can see that this first section now, the border is thick. The border means the lines around it. Now we can select this and make it bold. We are making it bold because it's the heading. You can decide to make first name to have its own separate color, surname to have its own separate color. This is just you. This is just your individual preference. This is how I want it. No special command or formula to that. It's just your choice, how you prefer your table to look. This is now you. This now has to do with like your creativity, how you want your documents presented in such a way that you can quickly capture data that you need. You can get the information that you need. Okay, you have a student in your class. His name is Emmanuel Okon. He's a male. His date of birth is this. This is his address. You can add parent phone number and every other record you think that you will need for Emmanuel or for every student in that class. Next, we need to know how to insert a formula. Now, I just did something now. This is telling this cell you want it to add 2 plus 3 plus 4 and give you the answer. And that is what it did here. After adding 2 plus 3 and 4, it gave us 9. Now, before you enter any function that has to do with formulas in Excel, you have to use the equal to sign. The equal to sign tells the system, oh, you're about to do to perform a sum, or you're about to perform a mathematical action, which it could be sum, which could be divide. Let's say we want it to do 80 divided by 10. Can you see that? That if you then decide to type it without the equal to sign, let's say you do 80 divided by 10. Can you see that it did not bring out the solution? You just typed it like that. Now, if you put the equal to sign, it tells the computer you want it to perform a mathematical assignment, a mathematical function, or any other function. That equal to sign is what is necessary. You can also say, okay, do 100 minus 55. Can you see that it has changed to 45? I've given the answer as 45. So this is this is basic. This is just basic for your level. Once you have practiced this, you're familiar with this, then you can now go on to add on. And this is the basic, even for data analysis. If you want to learn data analysis, you must have known how to enter data. You must have known how to prepare your table, how to get data from a table, because that's the basic thing you're going to be doing with data analysis. This is the basic thing you need to know. And I believe we can end today's class here. We have gone through what we started from the beginning. And if we have questions, please feel free, ask in the group, chat me up, and we can all go through it together. So in the meantime, I would like us to go over what we've done, practice what we've done. I'll send you a rundown of what we've done today, beginning from identifying cells, entering data into cells, creating a table, addition, sum, average, minimum, maximum. Then just practice what we have done so far. Even after, thank God now we have a recording. This recording will still guide you. So you can take it step by step. Okay? And then if you have questions, please just feel free. Feel free to reach out. So at this point, we'll have to end today's class. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you in the next class.